lately I've been thinking a lot about some of the questions that have been asked of me about this car by people that I know, people that I don't know, people I see in parking lots and whatnot. And there still are quite a few misconceptions about Teslas, about the Model 3, about electric vehicles. And I'm wondering if we in the EV community are doing a disservice to EVs and to the market in general, and the general consensus about EVs, by not being as straightforward as we can be about the pluses and minuses of this car or of any EV. And so just wondering what your thoughts are. Basically, this comes about because I've noticed that there are a number of fanboy channels that just tout the benefits of could be Tesla or EVs in general, or even other products, but where only the plus side is given and the negatives aren't brought up at all. And so whenever people ask me about my car, they'll say, well, how do you like it? And I'm very upfront with them. I'll tell them it's the nicest car I've ever owned, which is true. I tell them that it is the nicest car I've ever personally driven, which is also true. But I let them know it's not perfect, and they generally will ask, well, what do you mean? Well, I mean, if you like a stylized dash or whatever, there's certain things that other cars may offer that this car doesn't. But then I always let them know that, hey, at least for me, from my perspective, the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. So, I like to be as honest with people as I can be, mainly because, for one thing, I don't want somebody to go out and spend $50,000+ on a car, and because I referred them to it and said, hey, this is great, only to have them complain to me and say, what are you talking about? I mean, I've got a couple of friends that have bought Model 3s, at least in part based on my recommendation to them. And I'm very, very glad that I was honest with them about, hey, here's the benefits, here's the blessings, but here's some of the downsides. One of the primary downsides that a lot of people don't realize is that you get better range in town on an EV than you do on the highway. It's totally backwards of what a traditional gas car gives. And hybrids are the same way. I had a Ford C-Max hybrid before this car. My son's currently driving that car. Great car. But around town, I was getting 52 to 54 miles to the gallon in the summer. But on the expressway, it's like 41 to the gallon. Still good mileage, but lesser mileage around town, or on the expressway, than I got around town. So, and with EVs, it's even more exaggerated. So I let people know that. I say, hey, if you're traveling out of state with the car, you're not going to get 310 miles of range. On the interstate, it's probably going to be more like 240 or 250. So I tell them, as long as you keep that in mind, and if you use the AC or the heat, it's going to be even less. So as long as you keep that in mind and you plan your supercharging stops accordingly, you're going to be fine. There are other things too. And I want to know what you guys think about this. Are we doing Tesla and EVs a disservice by not being more honest with people about every facet of EV ownership? So anyway, give me your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.